This is a short video on how to use committees in IMIS. So the first thing you want to do is actually set up your committees, and you do this under Settings, Membership, Set Up Tables, and Committee Codes. So here you can see I've set up a committee or a group called Test. I've given it a name. I've said I want to show it on the web. That means it'll be displayed on the web. I've given it a title, Test Group, so it's got a code of test and it's Test Group. Status as active. Now here I can choose what type of group it is. I can choose, is it a committee, is it a group, is it a special interest group. You can set what types of committees you want in the committee group table in the validation tables. So I've just set up 3 here, and I'm just calling this a group, and I can give it a description, and I can write notes about this group and when it was formed, what its rules for governance are, etc. So I can just click save, and now I've got that group set up in the system. Now what I need to do is add people to the group. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to committees, and that is, I believe, under membership, committees, and then I'll see I can list these out by type, so all the groups or all the SIGs, all the committees. I've just got a group there, so it's only showing groups. And the test group. Now I can see in the test group there's only one person, and that's a committee administrator, who is Emily Test. Right down here I can see that's her ID. Her position is administrator. So again, if I just edit this person, I can change their position. I've only got the position there. You can change the positions that you have available under settings, lookup, validation, committee positions. Make her an administrator, and I can say she's got a from and a to date. I can also put notes on this position. So if you want to store committee notes, you can store notes about every person and their role in the committee. I might want to put a flag to say only show me people, or only flag these people as do not email. The nice thing about this committee functionality is that you can view how this committee looked at any time in the past, or if you're electing people, you might want to look at how it is going to look at some time in the future. Okay, and I can upload, if I wanted, the minutes as files of committee meetings here. I can also look at committee positions. I can move people to committees. I can move them to proposed positions. So if you want to do voting for committees, you can do that, or apply to be on the committee. Now, we can also make sure that only certain people that have paid their membership fees can be on various committees. This is very good when you have branch committees. So if I go back to settings and look at that paid through validation on the committees, so let's just look at committee codes, and you'll see for the test committee there's a paid through validation there, which means I can make people active or inactive based on the fact that they've paid their chapter or branch membership. So it only works for chapter memberships, and as long as they've paid their branch membership, or that is active, then they will be deemed as active on that committee. So you can make that reliant on people paying their membership fees. Now this also works on the web. So if I just bring up a browser and I go to community and committees, we'll see that it brings up this page here, and I can see that test group that I've set up here. Now the browser version is it's essentially a bit more lightweight but easier to use. So what I've got here is, firstly down here under the test group, a list of all the people in that committee, and I can hover over people, and you see it pops up nicely with their contact details, and I can email someone directly from here. So Emily Test I can see as a committee administrator. I've also got the list of all the active members here. I can see their position, their term, and their start. It doesn't show the notes field, although that notes field is there. Find other members. I can look at active members in that committee, or future members, past members, or search members. So I've got other queries around if that committee is very big to be able to query people. The nice thing about this is you've got the email button here, so I can simply click email and go ahead and email a committee or group right out of the IMIS system. I can also export this data. You can make this page available to committee administrators so they can email and communicate with their committee. If I want to add a member to the committee, I can click add member, and I can look for someone. Perhaps I could add Arun. Okay, and I can say Arun's role is administrator. When did he begin? On the 4th of August, and he's still valid. Okay, so I can add people into that committee, and I can see what their position is, and that obviously adds to the list. You cannot create committees on the web, but you can edit them and you can add members on the web.